Hello friends, today I am going to discuss about semaphore in Java. So semaphore is basically a Java class that is used to manage multiple processes or threads that run in parallel. It mainly controls access to a shared resource through the use of a counter variable. If the value of the counter variable is greater than 0, then the access is allowed. If it is 0, then access is denied. The semaphore class is already provided by Java in java.util concurrent package. So it's not required to implement semaphore by our own. That is a good thing. There are some important methods in semaphore which are required to write semaphore programs. First is try acquire, which returns true if a permit available and acquire it immediately. Otherwise, it will return false. Next is acquire method, which acquires a permit from the semaphore and blocking until one permit is available or the thread is interrupted. Then release method. So basically, release method releases the permit. Then available permits is just to check how many permits are available in the semaphore, and acquire uninterruptedly, which acquires a permit from the semaphore, blocking and it's blocking until one permit is available. But in this case, the thread will not be interrupted. And then reduce permits. So we can initialize a semaphore with a number of permits, and then for some reason, if we want to reduce those permits, then using this reduce permits method, we can do that easily. So how does it work? So first, what we have to do, we have to initialize a semaphore object with a number of permits. Okay, so when threads attempts to invoke acquire method, so that time semaphore will check the value of the count variable. If the value of the count variable is greater than 0, so that time that thread will get the permit to access the resource. If the count is 0, so it will be blocked until a permit is available. Okay, so once thread get access on the resource, so it will do its operation, and then it will release that resource by using the release method, and then again the counter variable will increased by 1. So now we will see programmatically how semaphore can work. So for the interest of time, what I have done, I have already written a program using semaphore. So basically, I will try to explain how does the program works on the semaphore. So here I have created a simple semaphore example class, which has the main method, and outside that class we have another class called worker thread, which is basically extending the thread class. Okay? And then what we have done, we have declared a local semaphore variable, and then we have one public constructor. Inside that we are passing a thread name, then semaphore object. Okay, and then we have overridden the run method. Okay, so inside the run method, what we are doing, first we are by getting the thread name, we are just trying to print that particular thread is waiting for the permit. So then we are calling that semaphore.acquire method. What it does, once we call this method, so the thread will get a permit. But okay, internet before that, semaphore will check if the permit is available or not. Okay, so if the permit is available, then that thread will get the access or will get the permit, and then it will do its this operation. Here actually we are just printing 1 to 10 numbers. Okay, and then what happened, once that job is done by that thread, then we are just printing okay, it has finished its job, and then using semaphore release method we are releasing. Okay, and once we call semaphore dot release method, then again the counter variable will be increased by 1. Okay, and then in the main method, what we are doing, we have declared a semaphore with the with the permit, which is 3, and then we have created through the for loop, we have created total 10 threads, and we pass that thread name, and then that this semaphore object. Okay, so the moment the thread all the threads started running, so it will definitely come to this point. Okay, and once it's come here, what will happen, uh, since the semaphore count permits are three permits are available, right? So first 3 thread will get those 3 permits, and then the count of the permit will be 0, right? Will become 0. So then rest of the threads will be waiting. Okay, and then what happens? So all 3 threads done their own jobs, and those threads will release the resource, and then again the count will be increased by 1, and then rest of the threads one by one will get a permit. Means depends on the how many permits are available, those many threads will be getting that permit, and then they will do their jobs, and then they will release. Okay, so this happens in semaphore. Now if we run this program, let's see what happens. See, first 4 thread, first we can see the 4 threads were waiting, and since the permit number of permits was 3, so first 3 thread has got the permit, the thread 1 has got permit, and it is doing its operation, and it has done its operation, and then thread 3 has got also one, then thread 2 got permit, but you can see that thread 4, which was already waiting, it did not get that permit. Then another other 7 rest of the test did not get any permit, they are just waiting. So those things had got the permit. Once they completed the jobs, their jobs, then rest of the threads had got the permit. You can see that here in this case, the thread 3 and thread 2 has completed their job, and they release that resource, right? And then 7 and thread 7 and thread 4 because the permits are available, right? And then these 2 threads had got the permit, and they also have done their jobs. And again the another 2 threads also got permit. Okay, similar way, all threads got permit one by one, and they have done their job, and this way it has worked. So that's all. It is very simple program. Anybody can understand this. Okay, and this is this semaphore is very useful in real time example. So for an example, let's say you have developed a web service, and you have limited access of your resource in your service. So let's say there are total 100 requests coming simultaneously to access your request, but you have only 10 permits to access that web service, right? So 100 requests cannot access the 10 service is not possible, right? So what will happen, and how we can handle this problem then? I think in this case, Semaphore will be the best option to solve this problem, right? So what will happen? You have to initialize the Semaphore object with 10 permits, and the moment 100 request came, then 10 requests will get the permit, and other rest of the request will be waiting until the permits are available. So this way this happens. That's all. Thank you.